Hello students, I am Professor YK Chaudhary, Department of Commerce, KTHM College, Nasik. Today we discuss the topic here, shares and mutual funds, in that specially mutual funds. Good morning students. In the last video, we learned the concept mutual fund and that introduction of mutual fund, various types of mutual funds, then definition of NAV. NAV means net asset value. Net asset value. You learn this abbreviation. You can ask in the examination what is the long form of NAV. At that time you can choose the correct answer. Net asset value. Now next we also learn the advantages of investment in mutual fund, the advantages of mutual funds, and what kind of risks involved in the mutual fund schemes we also discussed in the previous video. And the last one is the entry load and the exit load we learn, but today again we revise the two term. First one is entry load. So the word entry load itself say his meaning. Entry, when you purchase or you uh, accept any mutual fund scheme, that time you paid some charge, and that charge called as a entry load. And the entry load or exit load, it always given in the percentage format in the example, in the illustration. So we see here what is mean by entry load. So entry load is, this is a charge, this is a charge. Entry load means this is a charge, this is a charge paid by investor, by investor. This is a charge paid by investor, paid by investor at the time of purchase, at the time of, at the time of purchase funds or units. It's very simple meaning. Entry load means this is a charge paid by investor at the time of purchase fund or units. If we understood by with example, so for example, if the face value, if face value of funds or units, or units rupees 100, we can assume here the face value of funds or units is rupees 100, and the entry load, and the entry load 3% we have given in the problem, in the illustration. That time investor, that time investor has to pay rupees 103, rupees 103. So how? So here in bracket the 100 face value plus 3% on rupees face value, that is 100, on rupees 100, and that is rupees 3, and that the summation is 103. This is the entry load, and same has the exit load. So exit load means, we see here the concept exit load also here. So same as the entry load, and the second one is exit load. Exit load. So what is mean by exit load? This is the charge, this is the charge, this is the charge paid by, same definition you can learn here. This is charge paid by investor has to pay paid by investor has to pay to the fund fund when pay the fund while selling units of scheme, selling units of schemes, unit of schemes, and it is also in percentage. It is also in percentage. So this is the concept, entry load and exit load. So first we see here the entry load. This is the charge paid by the investor. This is the charge paid by the investor at the time of purchase fund or units of scheme. And we can also illustrate the example here how we calculate the entry load, and same process as calculated by exit load. So we don't illustrate by the exit load. We only see here the exit load. Exit load means the entry load paid by the purchase units and the exit load paid by the selling units. When at the time of investor paid units, sale of units, that time paid exit load, and when the purchase of unit or scheme by funds, that time he paid entry load. So very basic things you can learn by various way in your textbooks, YouTube links, videos, and whatever you can study material use, you can understood. This the various concept related to the mutual fund. These two concept we study here, mutual funds related. Now we started the practical session. That means the examples of mutual funds, how to calculate rate of return, how to calculate the anyway means net asset value, and various types of rate of dividend. This type of example we see here now. So I can write here the example, and then we start our session. So dear students, so we will see here the first example of mutual funds. So example is here. Amit invest rupees 10,000 in mutual funds. So Amit invest rupees 1,000 in mutual funds, and entry load is 2%. Entry load is 2%, and the exit load of 1%. So in this example we will give both loads, entry load and exit loads. So entry load is 2% and the exit load is 1%. Before 2 years, it means exit load is 1% before 2 years and nil after 3 years. Means if Amit is redeem his all investment after 2 years, that time exit load charge 1%. If he redeem his all investment after 3 years, that time exit load nil. It means 0%. That time we cannot charge any exit load that investment. So he received dividend of rupees 1000, 1100, 1200 for 3 years. Means every year he get some dividend amount. And in cumulative dividend schemes, cumulative dividend scheme means he invested the initial investment plus first year dividend, then second year when dividend we charge, that time initial investment plus dividend, and that time he get the next year dividend same as the for next succeeding year. Now what is his total rate of return? So how much rate of return he get it? So first we calculate here the rate of return. That time we calculate must be total return. How much amount will get Amit in return? On that amount we calculate the rate of return, and also they can say us annualize rate of return. It means we calculate the rate of return for 3 years, and then after we calculate every year how much return Amit will get here. And the condition is if he redeem all units after 3 years. It means after 3 years Amit redeem his investment, that time how much rate of return he will get and how much annualized rate of return he get it. So let's see the solution here. Solution here. Solution. Solution. So first we calculate here the how much initial amount invested by Amit. So Amit invested rupees. Initial amount rupees 10,000, and together with 2% entry load on that amount. But therefore 10,000 plus 2%, that is 200. Therefore Amit invested amount of rupees 10,000, 10,200. Amit invested total amount invested Amit in the mutual fund rupees 10,200. How we calculate 200? Initial amount 10,000 plus 2% entry load. That time when the amount outgoing from the Amit 10,000 plus 2% entry load. 2% calculated on the initial investment. So 10% plus 2% on 10,000. So that is 200. 10,200. This is the amount Amit invested in the mutual fund scheme. Now next we will calculate total amount received. Now therefore total amount received total amount received he has received a total amount received is equal to 10,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,100 and 1,200. Therefore 13,300 the amount received. Total amount received 10,000, 1,000, 1,100 and 1,200, that is 13,300. So he has received a total amount of rupees 10,000, and since he sell the unit after 3 years, so he sell the unit after 3 years. He does not have to pay any exit load, any exit load. So now we calculate here the total return. So how much total return you get? Total return, total return is equal to, so total return 10,200 plus 13,300, total return is equal to, so how much amount received, so 13,300, 13,300 amount received from Amit, and the initial amount investment outgoing here 10,200. So therefore the total return is rupees 3,100. The total return in amount Amit will get rupees 3,100. Now we calculate here the total rate of return. After we get the total return, then we calculate the rate of return. Rate of return is equal to, rate of returns formula here, the total return rupees 3,100 divided by initial investment outgoing 10,200 is into 100 is equal to 30.39. So Amit will get the return, the rate of return for 3 years 30.39, and the annualized rate of return here, therefore annualize a rate of return is equal to, in means total 3 years we will get 30.39 divided by total number of years 3, so 10.13. So annualized rate of return is equal to 30.39 divided by 3, and therefore is equal to 10.13 is the annualized rate of return. So I hope student you will understood the example. This type of example you have coming into the examination, so you can understood very well and do more practice same that type of examples. In this example we have given whole things, that is entry load, exit load, that time cumulative dividend scheme. So we solve here, like, so first we calculate here the initial investment outgoing from the Amit total initial 10,000 plus he paid 2% entry load, so therefore 10,200 he paid. Then so how much total amount received from Amit by mutual funds company, so he received here initial investment 10,000 plus dividend 1,000, 1,100 and 1,200, so total amount received Amit 13,300. And then after we calculate here, so therefore after exit load we given here, before 2 years 1%, but after 3 years nil the exit loads, that's why we can write down here, he sell the unit after 3 years, he does not have to pay any exit loads, and that's why the total return is equal to 30,300 minus 10,200, and that is the total return 3,100. And then after we calculate the rate of return, rate of returns formula, total return upon initial investment with entry load. Initial investment means outgoing initial investment, so that is 10,200 into 100 is equal to 30.39%. Here the we get the rate of return for 3 years. It means after he redeemed the his investment all 3 years, and then annualized rate of return is equal to, means the rate of return divided number of years, and that is 30.39 divided 3 is equal to 10.13. This is the first example. In the next video we will see the more videos for different types of. Thank you. Here the example number 2. Samir invested rupees 50,000 in mutual fund scheme. Samir invested rupees 50,000 in a mutual fund scheme with nil entry load and 2% exit load. With nil entry exit load and 2% exit load, he received dividend of rupees 3,000, 4,000, 4,500 each year respectively, means first year, second year and third year. So the redeem all his units after 3 years. What is the rate of return? So here we calculate the rate of return. So solution is here. Solution is here. Initial investment rupees. How much they invested? 50,000. Here he not paid the entry load, so that's why no any other amount adding here. So initial amount rupees 50,000. So now the calculate exit load. Therefore exit load that is 2%, so is equal to 50,000 into 2%, that is 1,000. So therefore Samir received total amount is equal to, so therefore Samir received total amount is equal to 50,000 plus dividend each year 3,000 plus 4,000 plus 4,500 and minus 1,000. This 1,000 is exit load. You can deduct the amount directly 50,000 and you can write down here the 49,000. This is also right, but as a teacher who has a student, as a examiner, you can write down like this: initial amount 50,000 plus each year he get dividend 3,000, 4,000, 4,500 respectively, and minus the exit load at the end of year. That's why we deduct the amount. If entry load, so we are adding in the initial investment. Exit load directly deduct those whole amount Samir received and the total amount deduct by 1,000. That is called. So Samir received the total amount here 50,000 minus 7, 8, 4, 12,000 means the answer is 57 minus 57, then so 60,500. So Samir total amount received 60,500. So we calculate here the total return. Therefore total return is equal to 60,500 minus 50,000. So here initial outgo. So therefore here the 10,500. Total gain 10,500. So the rate of return, therefore the rate of return is equal to 10,500. It's mean total return upon initial investment 50,000 into 100 is equal to, the answer is 21%. 21%. This is the rate of return for all 3 years. And if we can Also calculate the annualized return. Annualized return is equal to total rate of return upon number of years. Means annualized return here 3%. If you can ask in the example, that time you calculate 21 upon 3, that is 7%. That is the annual